Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Campaign 2, Episode 4, Critical Role. I don't know if this is a reference to something. It looks to me familiar from something, and I don't know what the hell it is. I just know it's Frumpkin. It's dealing with Frumpkin. We have the Frumpkin thing here. All I know is I liked the way it looked, and it was a Frumpkin shirt, and I wanted something dealing with Frumpkin, so that is the shirt. Last we saw, we fought the Toad Man. We killed him. We sliced him open. Jester ripped out a bunch of jewels, wore them on her fingers, and we kind of just took a nap on Crooked Stone. Caleb had to heal up. Caleb went unconscious, and so did Ford, Mr. Travis. We wanted to rest up, and they were like, we're going to jump in episode 4. We were also told this will end the arc that we're in right now. I'm going to jump in right where they start, 8:45. We're going to do 30 minutes, because I feel like if I do 30 minutes for part 1 and 2, that'll leave the hour for Patreon. So we're going to jump in. You guys want to be way ahead, full on edited reactions, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, and hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is at the end. If not, here we go. Campaign 2, Episode 4, Part 1, Critical Role.
And welcome back.
Welcome.
So,
thank you, Matt Mercer.
Last we left off, our group of adventurers
We were taking a nap.
found their various individual fates come together here in the city of Trostenwald, where they had attended a carnival that had blown into town, had watched a horrible occurrence happen where one of the older attendees had seemingly transformed into this terrifying zombie creature. Upon defeating it, you were all put under investigation as possible culprits for the reason that it occurred. In trying to then wander the city to investigate and try and clear your name, you eventually found that there was a fiend hiding amongst these carnival workers. This large devil-like toad creature, which through some research you had found to actually be called a Nurglid, had killed 2 more of the guards, leaving for you to fend with their transformed forms, and then fled deep into the center of the Ustalok Lake.
I'm trying to make sure it's loud enough for you guys.
Upon gathering your supplies after a night's rest, you managed to, through the trade of a bottle of wine, get passage across the lake.
By Noah,
onto
the trade of a bottle of
island,
wine.
which at one time
I love the color of this
housed the
one.
abode of a
It
witch,
matches Frumpkin. I love it.
collapsed.
I just love it.
Waiting for nightfall, you approached the center
I
of the grove
like
that
it.
existed there in the island, and found near this ruin this same fiendish Nurglid, as well as Toya, the 12-year-old dwarf girl who had been affixed to him.
I want to know what's going on with Toya. Honestly, I feel like
large
Toya.
fiendish entity who summoned
a
cluster of imps, and managed to knock a few of you pretty heavily to the ground before you finished it off.
I'd say so.
We left off as you all were finishing licking your wounds, catching your breath, and now as the moonlit night gets its darkest in the sky, you figure out what the next step is in gathering means of
I just want Matt Mercer's story time. There must be something like that, because I could just fall asleep to it, like in a good way. It's almost like when like a little kid
sound of
wants
the
to hear a story.
getting more and more deafening as the silence kind of crawls over the center of the lake. Toya, the young girl, still lies unconscious, and the remains of the devil toad, still partially burnt from the final blow delivered by Ford,
and I
remains
forget if it was in the comments or not, but I feel like the
its legs.
imps were the brimstone smell.
What would you like to do?
That wasn't me. That was Travis. We're all fucked up.
We're all fucked up.
Does anybody need any healing?
So now everyone is back? They rested? What did they get back? Or they didn't get anything back?
I'm really shabby at the moment.
Oh, that's too bad because I don't have any spells left.
That's good. Let's go back and talk to the cops.
Should we do something with this body though?
I think we need to bring it.
Yes.
We're gonna need a trophy.
Yes, definitely bring the body. Why do I feel like I'm so far over? Definitely bring the Toad Man.
It's a big head. That might be all we can take.
I don't know if it
Guys.
fits on the boat. Would it fit on the boat that we came out on?
I just noticed that Tal'dorei is
the whole body,
way more to the left
with
than
all of you
usual.
probably
Is someone special
I could probably
guesting?
fit it. It doesn't have the usual.
Or is he
Probably
always
fit it.
like that? I feel
How
like,
much is
no,
the
he's
head? Yeah.
way
The head
more
would
to the side than
probably,
usual.
But the full body, I'd have to make a few
I'm
rolls.
going to give the body a quick search, too, just to see if there's anything.
You already did.
Yeah, they
I
already
got
did.
a bunch of rings.
Yeah, she got all the jewelries
Do
and
I recognize
trinkets.
any of these rings?
How do I remember more than the
All right.
people playing the
That's
game?
disturbing.
I got one too.
Let's, yeah, I'm going to...
Has the head been damaged at all, or is it mostly intact?
It's mostly intact. Like
Take
there
the
are a few
head.
gashes on it from just
Take the
general
head,
fray, but
frog head. Yeah,
for the most part,
toad
it's
head.
still a solid head.
Molly,
That's what she said.
you got them impressive swords. You want to do some hacking?
That's what she said. I love it.
Suppose I should.
Say you have a pretty impressive sword too.
I'm going to...
Yeah.
His falchion, yeah.
Try and carve off the head.
It's almost like he's knocking
it's-
his own sword. His falchion couldn't do
Tough
it.
form. Not only is the exterior of its flesh blubbery, and it's a heavy rubber-like substance and is glistening with whatever kind of mucus-like liquid it naturally produces. But then beneath it, the muscle sinew is extremely tough. So it takes you the better part of about 20 or so minutes to finally get the head entirely off the rest.
Oh
of the torso.
my god, they
It
hacked away
weighs
for 20
Enough to
minutes?
the point where you're going to need one or two other hands to get it anywhere.
That's an artiste at work right there.
Oh, yeah, no, this is as far as I go on this one. That's way too heavy for me.
Yeah, it's all you, Blue.
And I'll help you out.
I'm going to grab Toya.
Is Toya waking up at all?
It took them 20 minutes to hack its head off, and then they had
Probably best not to.
to
wake
have
up
multiple
carrying
people
this
carry
head
I think
around.
that's a very good idea. I'm just going to...
Yeah, is this frightening?
And the imps burned
Yeah,
away.
I've
Yes, looking to ash.
Does he have hair? What are we carrying him by?
Yeah, what are we carrying?
Yeah, if it's all slimy and mucusy, it's got to be like falling all over.
What you'll see is along kind of the brow line, there are these small holes that either could be
like a
breathing
bowling ball.
holes. So you would have
Oh
to
my
either
god,
carry
they're
from there
gripping
or
it in
under
the
socket or under
holes
the
of his
jaw or-
face.
You want to stick your finger in.
Yeah, totally. The mucus hole.
Oh, yeah, you're just like
Exactly.
sticking your
Johnny
fingers
said,
in the holes. That's
Hey,
weird.
Jester.
You know,
Good.
I did share meals with this person for 2 straight
Look at
years.
Bo.
Never mind. I'm walking away.
Oh, yeah. We are kind of fucking with his old coat.
Yeah, this is really...
Oh my god.
Watching that.
Oh, shit.
All right, let's
You're
carry
the
him.
worst. You're all the worst.
You're all the
All right,
worst.
as you're dragging the.
I don't think I've ever seen it have a
The bag of
commercial
skin,
before.
though,
Did they
so
just
don't
start
forget
doing
to
that?
have that.
I have it.
You have the bag of
I got the
slimy
bag o' skin.
Bag o'
Salt
skin.
and hang it out to dry.
I also, if it will help tomorrow or today, what time is it? It's the middle of the night, isn't it?
Yeah, you guys approached you approached it about just after dusk,
Yeah.
so it's maybe the slow moving in there, the combat, and the rest afterward. It's probably close to 10 p.m.
I know exactly what time it is, don't I?
Eh,
Yeah.
I know exactly, don't I?
Stop that.
You know exactly what time?
One down.
It's
just very smart.
It's just, it's just something I've always been able to. Why is everybody looking at me like?
Where's Frumpkin? Okay.
Oh, what a
Just
coincidence.
your head
Frumpkin
rests
comes
on
over
the
as soon
way
as we
through
ask.
The trees.
Is there a
Ray begins to stir in your
Frumpkin? Am I
room.
Frumpkin?
She's kind of. Her eyes kind of open a bit as you're kind of holding her, and she looks up at you with these confused and
I'm mixing seltzers in case you're wondering what I'm doing.
lulling around in the sockets from it before they see you and clarify. Molly.
I know, dear. Come on, just you've been through a bit, and there's been some bad business.
Oh my god.
Friend turned on us, but it's going to be all right. I'm gonna get you home. All right?
Wait, what? Where's Kyrie?
No.
And she starts trying to fight your grasp.
Yeah, no. Just. Yeah. I'll
She's,
explain it later.
she's going to try and break free of your grasp.
All right.
Are you going to attempt to hold on to her?
Oh
or-
yeah.
How far away are they from the rest of us?
Well, you guys, while you've been doing all this, he's gone on ahead, so he's probably a good.
So she's freaking out. I mean, that's to be expected that she would freak
so,
out. That's not like a big surprise.
Go ahead and roll an athletics check, please.
Monster.
You're a monster.
Actually,
Oh, no.
Talzin's been getting really bad rolls.
No, it's not that bad.
I was gonna double check real fast. For the
It
contestant
looked like a
one.
1 from this angle.
Still for Brad.
Still pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Level 2. Level 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
At the end of
rolled
this,
that
we
on
level up,
Celeste,
right?
You just need to stop rolling that one.
Yeah, that dice needs to go away.
Yeah.
He was rolling horrible the entire last episode, specifically towar's the end. Here we go. We're finally getting the cards back over
You
here.
choose strength or acrobatics. I recall.
Coming in from the Feywild.
Canadian.
You choose athletics or acrobatics.
Oh. Can I reroll?
No.
Oh, well, then that's 9.
Well, that still beats her. She rolled a 5.
All right.
All right. Wanted to double check. So she's like screaming. As you kind of pulled it back, she tries to fight,
But,
but
like-
and kind of goes limp in your grasp a bit and goes, "Ow, I'm scared."
I know, it's going to be a bit rough, but it was for the best. I'm so sorry. Some people just turn. I'm so sorry.
What happened? I don't.
Some people just
Got sick.
turn.
There was something inside him. There was something.
Yeah,
that
like
just-
we still don't know why
Some bad
Tal'dorei
things, but
did it.
Had to be taken care of. You're going to be all right.
She just gets really quiet for a second. You guys make your way. You get to the boat, and
Making our way downtown.
the gentleman earlier that you had passed the the wine off to is sitting there waiting. He has like a small pouch that's open with some dried meats. He's just kind of chewing on. He's just waiting, and as you guys walk.
Beef jerky, we'll call it. I
you're-
love me some
so you're
beef jerky.
finished.
I want it right now. I have some in the fridge. I have beef jerky in the fridge.
Move.
We told you we were having a party, man.
Oh,
Just about
I love
to
it.
suggest covering that up, but you know, all
He's
cards on the
he's
table.
Jester's
he grabs
great.
his bag.
Laura's
of,
great.
Dried meat and pulls it up, kind of backs.
Look
up.
at Laura is
didn't
committed to
know.
this
What is
character.
that? What did you do? What is that?
I said we were gonna be doing some frog gigging.
Biggest frog you've ever seen.
There's a pause before this tiny screeching sound begins to emit.
Oh shit.
This very high.
What
pitched,
is about to
barely
happen?
able to be audible squeak as Toya just begins to scream.
I take off my cloak and I cover the head with it.
I was
No,
trying
it's,
to keep her
it's on
away
time.
from
We
that.
did
From
it on
that.
time.
It was hard to keep her away from that.
Oh God, she just saw Kylorie's head.
We literally cut the head off Barney and just shoved it.
Yes, yes, yes. Toya woke up. We tell her, don't worry. Kylorie had a problem. And we have his
That
head.
had been raising her. Yes. Yes.
They should have thought about that, but honestly, I didn't think about it. So, hey, I wasn't thinking that way. I was thinking, like, all right, Toya, I'm watching Toya like something might
Over the
happen.
head. Okay.
I'm just kind of. I'm trying to just keep her quiet.
She's just sobbing into your arm at this point. You feel like her body's shaking against your grasp.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Feels a little bad.
You should.
You should. You just showed a child a freaking the head of the person she was like most fond of.
Okay.
I pull forward away for a moment, about 10 or 15 feet away. So this man in the boat has seen all of you, who are supposed to be under house arrest, so we cannot have him talking to the authorities.
Noah,
Should we kill him?
should we kill him? Pay him off? We gotta pay him off.
I have a good feeling that this guy is a man of upstanding nature.
I feel like he is too. I feel like he's a good dude.
Himself.
Oh, that's very trusting.
Yeah, of course.
We gave him 1 bottle of wine. That's not very much.
Let's give him something. Yeah, give him some gold. Be like, dude, thanks. Don't even do it as a bribe. Just be like, dude, I really appreciate. That's how you do it without making it a bribe. You don't have to say, hey, this is a bribe. Just say, I just want you to have this. Then,
Jake, forget the night.
Well, after all, we came to him, right? I would prefer not to use any violence.
yeah, don't use violence. I mean, you
Kind
could.
of violence, or
but I
maybe
recommend
a
not.
little Something, you know.
Well, what makes you think he's gonna go talk to the authorities?
You want to leave it to chance?
Who cares?
This is a small town.
Who cares,
so
me?
Everyone talks.
I
to
agree with
everyone.
Liam.
You taught us that.
I agree with Liam. You don't leave loose
Everyone
ends.
also
Already in
hated the
jail.
circus.
Molly, do you want to join this conversation?
Yeah, Molly might be on Liam's side, honestly.
And just say, give him this.
Yeah,
And maybe one more. Or two more.
I pulled 2 out.
yeah. Give him some gold. That's it.
Yeah.
Easy peasy lemon.
He's
gold.
He's recessed to the very back of his boat, and it's just kind of like wide-eyed as you approach.
You're right. Coin is a good idea.
so
Yeah.
charming for it. You're very charming.
Yeah, here. And you got fisherman vibe.
Yeah,
language.
Yeah, he's got
Everybody
the
likes
fisherman
you.
vibe
How long
language,
does
so
that-
we're good.
How long did that fight take?
Oh, the rest? Oh yeah, no, you've returned in your normal half-orc form.
Oh, cool. Okay. There was an old man with us before.
Now there's a little girl. It's all come full circle.
Maybe we give him the extra bottle of wine and you go talk to him.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, so Travis is a different person now. I mean, that was going on for a while.
As I go.
With the old
thing of
man
it is,
thing.
We've just done Trust involved. What was that? Never mind.
My tile. Keep it.
We've just done Trust involved, a great service. There was an unsavory element that was in the... did you know the circus was in town? Doesn't matter. There was a bad,
He didn't even let Matt
fellow
talk.
with them, and it's no fault of theirs. You know, you pick weird folk up on the road in the circus. Isn't that right, Molly Mock?
Oh, yeah, I'll let that go.
Yeah.
He reaches over and grabs the
I'll let
floor
that
from the
go.
side
He
and
said he was
grabs
weird
the
himself.
cloak a bit off the
Molly
You
self-proclaimed
don't want
himself
to-
as
that's just
weird.
going to
And I
rile
say
you
that's
up.
not a
Don't-
bad thing.
You know, that's a bad idea.
It doesn't look like a savory creature.
It wasn't.
No,
Trust us.
very bad.
Took a lot out of us.
But the situation in town is a little political in a way. So we're going to take this thing out of here, and I'm going to go report it to the authorities. But we don't really want to create, you know, a stir, frighten people here. So I hope you will take
We like
this.
to be unsung heroes, you know?
That's
like
easy.
superheroes.
Jester?
Secret identities.
Yeah, but
Secret
we're around
identities,
an
super-
anonymous activist group.
We don't need Bo.
It like
Fighting
helps
people.
people.
Oh,
But if everyone knows who we are, it'll be much harder to fight all the crime.
Try to focus on the gold.
yeah, we're paying you
He
off.
slowly reaches.
I almost feel like Bo and Jester are intentionally trying to screw at Liam.
Right.
Like Liam's got a plan, and they're trying to
trust
mess
him
him up
is a
or
bad thing.
something.
So, I'm gonna take you back, and then you promise I'll never see you again.
That is
We'll
the plan.
try really, really hard to not let you see
If
us.
you see us, we won't make eye contact.
Yeah, we'll pretend we don't know you.
That includes the goblin.
I was never here. We never had this conversation.
I just love Sam so much.
Glances over and takes a closer look.
I'm very ugly for a halfling.
Let's just get back to shore. And he grabs the oar, takes the bottle of wine that he had mostly drunk by himself before, and just polishes it off in one series of gulps.
That's my dude right there.
Don't boat drunk.
Don't boat drunk.
So, as you all gather up onto the ship, he begins to paddle you back towards the western shore of the Ustalock, to the outskirts of Trostenwald.
To the outskirts of Trostenwald. I'm going to lighten myself up. I feel like I'm either the tannest man on earth,
How are
or
we going to get this giant head?
you're in the money.
Maybe. Oh, I got an idea. Why don't you go get a wagon as soon as we get to shore, and we'll help you load it onto the wagon, and then you just take it on in yourself.
It's a shame we didn't just get rid of a wagon not more than one night ago.
Yeah.
Well, why do we need to take it with us? Us traipsing through town with a giant head seems like it would draw focus. Why don't we just put it somewhere and send the
A
authorities?
little
out
bit of
to find
focus,
it
just a
later?
little.
Someone else may get to it, or something might
What are they
happen.
going to do with it? It's a big head.
Leave some
And it's going to start rotting. Isn't it going to start rotting and
State
stuff?
Guard is a crown
Is that-
guard next to it.
Yeah.
What could
That's
people
really
do
good.
with the head of a creature like this?
What can people do with the head of a creature like this? Who knows?
They could make a lot of soup.
They could turn it in for. I mean, there's a lot of
Very
poor
fancy
folk
candy
here.
bowl.
And if they had a large looking odd creature, that's worth some gold.
We could hide it. Maybe some of us have skills to hide
I
things.
think Fjord had a good idea. Which
Bring
is
it-
if you can
Bring it back to that
disguise
guy.
it as a
Bring it
crown
back to the
guard,
guy
and
that
wait
sells
for
the
you
books
guys
and stuff. So
to-
maybe he'll buy it like an antique.
And you
Bring
can
it to
go on.
Gilmore.
Now here's the
Is
thing.
Gilmore in this world?
I may be speaking. Out
I
of
mean,
turn.
I know he
I don't know
is.
you very well, but it feels like the thing
I mean,
that we all share
actually
in
might not
common
be.
here
I don't
is
know what
that
time it is.
We don't wish to make a, maybe not you, make a big splash.
Agreed.
Here.
The less attention, the better.
Yes.
The less
Well,
attention,
you
the
know,
better.
whatever.
The less attention, the better.
For the moment.
Okay, so maybe I'm 70 to 80% correct, but we're all in this together.
And gold. I like getting paid.
We need to get this one back to the circus, too.
Right.
You might be helpful for that.
So...
I don't know who he's pointing at.
I'm going to go to the authorities.
I'm trying to remember like where they're sitting in location,
my
but
tells me that woman's name was...
Sorry.
Yeah, the one who wanted to go eat.
Yes, you're talking about,
that's Yorda.
Lawmaster Norda.
Norda?
no, wasn't it Yorda? No, Norda was the bartender, wasn't
so
it?
I just want to go to her and just, citizen's arrest kind of thing. Keep
I
it
think-
quiet. Don't need big accolades. We'll
I feel like
go.
that's not right.
And then I'll bring that back.
I even made a comment how the bartender and Yorda and Norda or something like that were
As soon
like
as the
very
Crown Guard
similar.
arrive with Norda and the rest of whoever you bring to the scene, maybe I can go with you and help return Toya.
I'm so curious if I'm right
Quickly,
or
because
wrong.
If you get drawn into that investigation, it would be bad.
Right, and if nobody recognizes you, do you remember any of the guards that were in town that you could make yourself look like specifically?
Oh,
What was that guy's name?
what were the two guards that keep coming to the tavern?
Oh my god.
Wait.
Oh,
We wrote their names down.
Jonas and Lucas.
that's right, the Jonas Brothers. The Jonas Brothers.
The Jonas
Yes.
Brothers.
I was like, I know there was like a reference to
Not related
something.
at all.
Oh, that's right. I
DM
remember
question.
Robin.
The two zombified back at the circus tents, were they like burnt to a crisp beyond recognition?
One of them was,
Okay.
and they have been discovered.
Yeah, but was he recognizable? Like, did we leave him looking like,
like that
that dude
demo
at the end of the Last Crusade after he drank from the wrong cup?
Yes.
Uh,
I do know very well.
with
Indiana
some time it
Jones
could be
is one of my
identified.
favorite franchises ever.
Okay, well, the Jonas Brothers it is, friends.
Jonas Brothers it is,
I
friends.
think it,
Just to gain
I thought we were already at 30 minutes. I'm like, holy shit.
You, Caleb, someone who is not suspected of a crime, is going to bring the severed head of a member of the circus to the police.
no, he's going to go to the police and bring them to the head.
Either way, you, Caleb, someone who is not suspected of a crime,
That is correct.
is going to point the police to the severed head of a member of the circus with no evidence showing what that thing was
Yeah.
or that it was evil. And that will somehow not implicate other people who are not with us at the time.
It does sound pretty
How
ridiculous,
is this
honestly.
going to prove their innocence? Just showing a head.
Yeah.
Believe that the circus is terrible. I think they were just going to confirm their own suspicions.
Also,
That is a lot of trust in them just assuming you're right. And now, even if Matt wasn't thinking that, Sam might have just made him think it.
honestly, she would absolve all of us.
Actually, I think Bo makes a very good point. Without Toya's testimony, we're in
We
trouble.
got to find out where Toya stands.
Well, that's a sticky situation because what if she talks about my friends who are there with me?
Yeah.
She knows what to say when guards are asking questions.
She looked like she knows how to go off like a siren.
She's had a bad night.
I'm at 1 hit point, I understand.
But we'll have a
Make-
talk. We'll get her to
Look at my gray beard.
get us to some people who can calm her down and make sure she remembers how we take care of each other.
Something you want to ask me? I'm right here.
I mix seltzers
glance
to
at the
see
all-inclusive
what they
boat
taste
and
like
make its
if
way
they're
across
mixed,
the
and I make
Loch.
concoctions.
I was hoping that we didn't have to have this conversation in front of strangers.
Could someone please explain to me what's going on?
Can you explain to us, maybe, your relationship with,
I'm so curious to see what Toya says.
if that was his name?
There is a lot of downtime in this one because we're a lot of dialogue talking, but
That's the name that I've ever known.
Okay, let's talk about the killing part, though,
I don't know anything about that.
Well,
Stuff. We did the show the other night, and that horrible man.
Turns out that was Kaori did that. I don't know why, but something snapped, and he's hurt and killed a lot of people, and we think.
what if
maybe he's
Toya
making
is the
use of
one or something?
Have you ever heard him say Norgalid?
No. Where's Gustav?
Gustav and Bo the
Gustav
Breaker.
is having trouble with
We
the
have not
authorities
seen
and
them.
the need
That
for
was
what
something I
they say.
immediately would have investigated. Bo the Breaker, Gustav, they
Authorities
seem like
think that
solid
Gustav and
dudes.
The circus are responsible for what happened, and actually, it's just Kaori. He wasn't what you thought he was. I'm afraid.
Twins are being the twins, Orna's being Orna, but I think we can We can save everybody. We need to take care of each other. And
He was my friend, though.
Child, how did you go so close to him?
Gustav put us together for our act, and
Yes.
he protected me. And
Could Gustav? Look at Caleb's hit points. 12 hit points.
he didn't let anybody get too close. I didn't want to. And
Did he communicate with you in some way?
Is Gustav
What did you
involved?
talk about?
well, we talked about everybody else in the family. Talked about how I miss not having a family. He didn't talk about himself much, but it was mainly just little games.
Did he teach you how to sing to affect people's minds?
Yeah, like what's with
No,
this?
that was how I got by before I met these guys.
I am sure this is painful for you.
I still
You're
wonder
young.
if her singing is like
Sometimes
hypnotic or
people we
something.
feel we know can be someone else. And I regrettably, this is one of those instances. He was a dangerous thing. And it is very important that this is buried here. You want to travel on with the circus and with Mollymock and your friends. That thing tried to kill us. It did.
I mean,
kill
hey, it's a
things
solid
across the
speech.
world.
It's a solid go.
And who knows what it would have done to you, child.
Persuasion check.
This is huge right here.
No, it's not good.
Oh, God. I was going to say, this is massive. Like, sometimes some rolls mean a lot more than others.
Rolled very low.
As you're talking to her, her eyes keep flickering off of your face and over towards Bo.
Because she remembers Bo choked her out.
Curl back into her side.
Bo tried to crush her windpipe and elbowed her in the head.
Do for you to.
Yeah, we got to start working on this one. Come on. This is our goal right now, Toya.
Sorry.
Sorry for what, Bo?
Really, Jester? Really?
no, I want to hear this.
I
too.
apologize, but I am pounding ciders and loving life.
Sorry for choking you with my stick.
Worst ever, Bo. I know it's the act, but we are dealing with some serious shit right now.
Oh.
I have that Jurassic Park shirt,
And
by the
I'll
way.
never do it again.
And I have Sam's shirt.
I'll never do it again.
This is the worst, but
You
the
know, as long
best.
as you know, you don't try that again, of course, I guess.
It was only because Kaori was trying to kill us.
I kind of love
She was
the way Bo
afraid
is doing it,
that
even
you
though
were
it's a poor
helping.
choice.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to hurt you. I was just trying to get you to stop singing, but it was like so abrasive.
You know how people outside can be. Just
Look
mean
at
girls
Sam.
just
I
afraid
love
of
it.
you, and we're gonna let
I
her-
love when Sam
We're
loses
gonna let
it.
her
And
go on this one.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I know. Let's get you home, okay?
She kind of leans into you, Molly, and after a few minutes, she kind of falls asleep against you.
she's being cute, but I don't trust her. Punch her in the head. No, I'm joking.
Choked you with my stick?
I did.
That is what she did.
You know, she apologized
You're
for
a regular
exactly what
word
she
for
did.
But what if, I mean, all right.
Certainly memorable.
I'll cheers to Molly Malk.
All right. We're here. When the boat hits the edge of the dock, he hops off and pulls the rope up and slowly manages the boat over to the side of the dock, ties it up.
How many people are around the dock right now?
At this point, there's no boats that are at the dock that are being manned currently. There are a few boats out on the water that you kind of saw in the distance. There are some night fishermen, but there's nobody immediately in the vicinity.
Can I move? I'm gonna hop off the boat and break eye contact with the captain of the boat so that I can disguise self
Okay.
into a cross guard.
And I
Which one?
While you do that,
One of the
you have
Lucas
your
brothers,
wine,
or
you
the
have your gold.
the
Thank
Lucas
you very
brothers, the
much.
Jonas
It's
brothers?
Much appreciated.
Lucas was the other
It was a
name.
lovely trip.
That's fine. Just please get out of my boat.
Noah's done. Noah's done with this shit. Noah
this?
knows
What have you
something's
brought?
going on and he ain't having it. He's done.
I have felled a beast.
They got in my boat.
Are you responsible for this?
No, they took over my boat and forced me to take them to the middle island there.
You will not
Horrendous.
take credit for my kill. I have killed this thing, and I want it to be watched. I'm going to the authorities. We'll bring them back and get this sorted.
It's a horrifying looking creature. You are to be commended for your bravery. Our Master Norda will want to know about this immediately.
You weren't here.
Make a deception check with advantage.
This is clever and awesome, and I love everything about it.
I'm just holding bowling
Yeah,
balls.
Jester's just here with a giant toad head.
No, 20.
He goes, I want nothing to do with this.
Good night. And he kind of like helps each of you quickly get off the boat.
Yep.
Ties and locks it up, and then just makes a beeline.
All right,
We'll
we
come
sold
to
it.
your house with your share of the reward.
Yeah,
Birds in the air. All right.
I love it. That was great, though. That was
Pop the
great.
head up over
Why
the
do I
side
feel
of
like
the
I'm
boat.
off center all the time? Why do I feel like I'm such? I feel like when I sit back further, I look
Strong.
more
No, you're strong.
at home.
Are you?
At
You need to roll higher than a 3.
8.
You get it partway up.
8.
And then sliding back into the boat, and it kind of like plops into the boat, and it goes woof, woof, and you kind of have to catch yourself. It's terrifying.
Alright, I need help.
Oh my!
Still covered. Don't worry. She can't see what we're doing.
It's gonna start smelling. When is it gonna start reeking? They're carrying a head of a creature, guys. I can't center it. I need some center.
A doily on a couch.
I'll help you.
No, it's going to squish you.
That's all right. I'm strong.
1, 2, 3.
There's no
So
way.
you guys get it up onto the
Lock is probably. I mean, why do I keep calling him Lock? Not. I want to call him Lock so bad.
Right back.
I don't know
No one-
why.
no,
I don't know why
she's
that's a
been
thing.
Anywhere. That is
And take her and sequester her with the family so that not a peep gets out. Okay?
We'll explain to her what needs to be done.
And how do we trust that you all won't skip town in the middle of the night?
We still have people in the lockup.
Gustav's in jail still.
So?
Some
I'll be
people
back.
are loyal.
And I have to show backup with you people anyway.
You people.
Go.
So I'm gonna get her as quickly as possible.
Okay. And the rest of you guys are doing.
Who is not very stealthy here?
Who is not very stealthy here? Probably the least stealthy is Travis.
I have a +6 to myself.
I would not say no to it before
We're
I
not
take
sneaking
off.
anymore.
I
Oh,
before we
you're.
take off.
Oh, that's true.
You
You're
are-
sneaking
you're
back
not
to the
coming
car.
with me.
Okay, I give you a nice
You-
little blessing.
You're
Oh.
going to stay with your new friend. You can't come to.
I'm not coming with you.
Not this time. It's.
Oh, Sam is feeling left out,
What
and
if
I don't
you're in
blame him.
trouble? You're very hurt. You've had a terrible night. What?
If any problem should arise, I will send Frumpkin straight away to you
Unless you're
directly.
dead. No one's gonna be around to save you if you get into trouble.
Frumpkin.
Almost dead already.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not comforting, Caleb.
Not. This is what we. This is what I talked to you about the other night. These are our friends, and we're going to sort this out and figure out what we do next. So it has been you and me. Now it is you and me and them. Okay, so you're with your.
That's
best
pretty
friends,
solid
yeah?
speech because it's making us, or should make us all feel like
We're
we're
just going to
one.
have a conversation.
Like
We
we're
have
being a unit. We got to
gotten
be
our
like one
practices
solid
before,
unit.
You and I, so I'm not worried about that.
Your hands are very warm.
I'm warm-blooded.
I'm
Well,
warm
she was
blooded.
just holding the throbbing head. of
Well, Liam, you didn't have to ruin it, but it's great. That's great. I mean, it's great for the
But I
story.
didn't have my fingers in the holes.
Oh, should I leave my cloak here over the head, sir? Good Sir Guardman?
Good Sir
It's
Guardman.
fucking me, right? Like, I mean, we know it's fucking me. Like, yeah, I'm right
I
here.
was just.
Oh, are we still? Oh, we're not RPing still. Or not?
No.
I think the reason I keep saying Locke
do what you want.
is because I tell you guys in other
Sure, I'll
videos,
make
if
a
you haven't
dramatic
seen them,
flourish of it.
Locke
But just
is the name
back home.
I either remember from Final Fantasy or the name I gave my character in Final Fantasy.
Take it with you.
And I feel like not
Good idea.
is very similar to the character of the rogue or the thief or whatever you want to call it.
I haven't looked at the art. Well,
It's nighttime. The moonlight makes everything sort of look purple.
working on it.
And that's canon.
No time to
We
waste.
stealth away.
All right.
What is my stealth bonus now?
Oh, you just get advantage.
We'll get to you in just a second. Rest of you guys make stealth check, please.
I don't need to because I'm just taking
Yeah,
Everyone
but those of you who are
make stealth check.
10.
So that's 10.
26. Yep, that's my girl.
That's my girl.
Before
Sorting did not go well today.
before we get to you, as you guys
I'm going to pause it there because that's a good place to stop. I don't know what he's about to say. Right there, it looks like Matt Mercer's about to spin something around or do something. I don't know what he's going to do. I didn't see and I totally blacked it out, so I can't. We're going to jump into that with the Patreon video. We're going to do an hour in Patreon only, on Patreon only, and then we're going to go into the part 2 video where we watch the conclusion. This one is about the same as episode 3. It's a little under 4 hours, but then you take out the intros and the break in the middle and everything else. It's probably like 30, 35 minutes per part, an hour in the middle, and then we'll do the live stream and we'll finish it off. This is the end of the arc, so I'm going to wear different shirts for each one. I told you guys I got a different shirt for each episode this week. Pretty much the entire episode right here, we're dealing with carrying around Kyler's head. We have his head. It took him 20 minutes to hack this head off. And I mean, I guess it makes sense. They said it had a lot of muscle and it's a very large character. We saw it on the map. It's huge. It was at least 3 or 4 times the size of one of us, give or take, depending on who you pick. But either way, lots of muscle, hacked it off for 20 minutes straight. I mean, they should have had a roll for that at least, but whatever. It's all in good fun. We hacked the head off. Toya is being carried with us. They forget, and I forgot, to conceal the fact that we have her best friend of all time's head that we're carrying with us. And we show it, and she sees it, and she freaks the frig out. And I mean, to be expected, it's a 12-year-old girl, and she sees the head of her most beloved friend. But we prevail. Ford pretends he's a guard. We trick Noah. We give him some gold. He's all good. Everything's fine. I don't know why he would even turn on us anyway. We probably didn't have to do that, but I get why Liam's taking precautions. Totally agree with it. He's asking Tal'dorei for assistance, and Tal'dorei really wasn't helping out, but everyone else is so ridiculous at this point. Travis is the only other one that could probably help Liam, but when Travis is in disguise, it's got to be handled a little differently. Bo and Jester look like they intentionally are trying to sabotage everything, and I love it because it's hilarious. Bo is getting in my good graces now. She was since last episode. Sam, great as always. Didn't do a whole lot in this episode, but Not is one of my favorites as well. Even though we've been doing this for 15, 16 hours, Tal'dorei, Molly Mock, I mean, that's the character. That's what they do. I just got to accept it for what it is. And I understand you're dealing with somebody that grew up probably like alone and on the run and in the carnival, and now we have all these strangers come around. You got to be somewhat believable about everything. So honestly, it's probably being done pretty well based on that alone. I said it earlier that we're going to put these out on Sunday, part 1 on Sunday, part 2 and the Patreon video on Wednesday. They're going to be released at the same time. And then we do the live stream on Friday at 9 p.m. I will set it up at 8:30. I kick it off at 8:30, jump in the chat, say a few things, and I will respond to it. I will go through the chat before we start the video. I will start talking to you guys around 9. We started at 8:30. I will talk at 9, and then 9:30 we'll start the actual video here. You sync up. I'll have the timer. I'll have music this week. Everything's going to be getting better as we go along. You have any questions, put it in the comments. If not, you want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, and hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link's in front of me. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.